क्या बात है?
Welcome to the seventh
Seventh
episode.
episode of the King Pair. I think आज की शुरुआत सुबह सुबह जो खबरें मिली हैं उनसे ही करते हैं.
Yeah.
ये थोड़ा सा हमारे वेस्ट इंडीज की सीरीज का काइंड ऑफ क्लोजिंग सेक्शन भी हो जाएगा. तो सबसे पहले तो आपसे अगर मैं 2 महीने पहले भी कभी ये पूछता कि ये इमेजिन करें कि टॉप नंबर 1 ओडीआई बैट्समैन बाबर, okay, that's quite expected. He's been number 1 for quite a while.
Yeah.
Number 2 Imam ul Haq, number 3 Virat Kohli, number 4 Rohit Sharma. What would you have thought?
Unimaginable, I would say. यानी कि I mean, I would have laughed because चलो बाबर की समझ आती है, लेकिन इमाम at second was यानी कि देखो, I know like we saw him perform live. Then we saw him perform in the upcoming matches against Australia के खिलाफ, फिर उसने वेस्ट इंडीज के खिलाफ किया. लेकिन even then you didn't have the feeling that he would make it to number 2 in the world ODI rankings.
Yes, absolutely.
Right? And I think and hence the Qawmi Tarana, I think it's a huge achievement कि number 1 or 2 पे 2 पाकिस्तानी बैट्समैन खेल रहे हैं. यानी कि that's मुझे नहीं याद अपनी यानी कि like जिंदगी में कि top 2 ODI batsmen Pakistani. Yeah, absolutely. Top 2 any batsman Pakistani. In fact, I don't even remember top 2 bowlers being Pakistani.
काफी टाइम हो गया. I think हफीज और अजमल थे, फिर हसन अली was number 1 for a while. लेकिन
the pair, the pair is a shocker.
लेकिन pair is absolutely, I think
the king pair.
The king pair. हम भी अभी कभी number 1 पे आएंगे और लोग शॉक में होंगे कि ये कौन थे. Anyway, but Imam's rise to number 2, I think, despite a few detractors even now, जिसमें डॉग शामिल हैं, तनवीर अहमद अभी तक उसे पर्ची मानता है.
Amazing journalists.
Those are, of course, completely authentic analysts who have no bias. So the great thing is how resolute Imam has been, because I mean ये ठप्पा तो उसके ऊपर हमेशा रहना था कि वो पर्ची है. Despite the fact कि उसने first class में runs किए हुए थे, he wasn't like
under 19 captain रहा है.
under 19 captain रहा है. मतलब he's come through the
system.
मतलब ठीक है, उसका चाचू था Imam, what could he have done about it? And maybe he did have a plus because of that. He was able to get that experience. But you can't say that he hasn't worked his way.
And you can't say कि अब तक वो टीम में इस बेसिस पे है कि वो इमाम का भतीजा है.
मतलब आप देख लें वो नंबर 2 पे है. And I think हम शायद इस चीज से बहुत शॉक हो रहे हैं, because I think he jumped up quite a few places, like but
was he in the top 10?
He was in the top 10. Achha. But his performances have been quite amazing. I think jitna solid wo raha hai at the top order, with someone like Fakhar Zaman at the other end. I think Fakhar, jahan he has been a bit on and off, uski form thodi waver karti hai, and at times he does struggle to get going in difficult phases. Imam has actually been quite solid all over the world. So ये एक बहुत I think बड़ी achievement है. तो तालियां इमाम मुबारक हो. और इसके साथ अभी इमाम नंबर 2 पे क्या है कि एक और अच्छी खबर आ गई कि पाकिस्तान is number 4 in the one day rankings. How amazing is that? And that's the first time since 2007.
That, and they overtook India in the World Cup Super League. So now we are at number 4 for that as well. I think.
वो शायद खैर इतना मैटर नहीं करती,
because बांग्लादेश नंबर 1 पे है.
True. But the world rankings, ODI ranking में मतलब I really don't. I've seen number 7, number 6, number 5 on good days, but number 4, I think that's pretty amazing.
That is, and like अगर तुम मुझसे objectively in the sense के on the ground क्या हो रहा है, right? Because of course statistically आप कितने matches जीते हो, points है वो सारा, but on the ground क्या हो रहा है? Like I have seen in the past year almost every team play an ODI match, and I have felt that there are no 2 better teams than Pakistan and Australia.
Absolutely.
Right now in the world, in terms of skill, right? In terms of what they can do at their best. I mean, जो तुम second ODI देख लो Australia Pakistan वाला, that was यानी कि the number of runs they put on the board and the run chase. I think that was a battle of the highest caliber.
Absolutely. और ठीक है उसमें भी we didn't have the top Australian team playing, but nevertheless I think Australia की team ही मतलब वो जोन से मर्जी players आ जाएं, it's just they're very well prepared for any kind of match. तो I think ये मतलब ODI ranking पे तो मैं especially बहुत खुश हुआ, more than I would say with the news with Imam, because I think it actually finally felt like, you know, the team is actually quite different from what it used to be. You know, there was this lingering question pehle ke, you know, Babar's going to fall into the same pattern, the team's going to fall into the same inconsistency. But I think ye ab ek stamp of like approval hai from and kind of stamp authority that from this team ke, no, we are like the top in the world right now.
Yeah, and we're not a one-man show.
Absolutely.
You know, amazing news. I think it will take some time for me to process, क्योंकि आज ही आई है और बहुत बड़ी बात है और पिछले I would say in like 10ish years, I think this is the best place that the team has been at.
Yeah.
And individually बात कर लो, collectively बात कर लो, emotionally, mentally, their mindset, which the mindset से वैसे वो मेरा ख्याल है बाबर वाली बात भी कर लेते हैं, of the two comments that he made.
So एक तो उसने किया कि वेस्ट इंडीज की सीरीज जैसे ही खत्म हुई तो इंटरव्यू वगैरह हुए, पोस्ट मैच में उसने बाबर वाज आस्क्ड कि you know what's something you would still want to improve, तो उसने कहा कि even after like whitewashing them 5-0 basically, he said कि you know जब सामने वाली टीम की पार्टनरशिप लग जाती है तो हमारी बॉडी लैंग्वेज थोड़ी सी डाउन हो जाती है, तो ये चीज इंप्रूव करने की जरूरत है. मैं दूसरा कमेंट भी साथ ही बोलूंगा because I think that also we can get deeper into both of them. And the second one was के I think for since many years I've been waiting to hear such a confident statement perhaps के you know we want to win the next two World Cups.
दोनों जीतने हैं,
दोनों World Cup
बहुत अलग.
मतलब ये बहुत अच्छा लगा सुन के, because I think perhaps it seemed like he believed it at this time.
He believed it this time and that it is possible. You know, या तो कोई झक मार रहा होता है ना, यानी कि you know if an Imam would have been going into 2007 and he'd be saying कि हम दोनों World Cup जीत जाएंगे, right? तो थोड़ी ज़रा exaggeration लगती है, लेकिन if you're number 4 in the ODI rankings, you have gone against the best teams and on your best days you have beaten them. If the top 2 batsmen in the world are yours, and if you have a great bowling lineup or a potentially great bowling lineup, chalo main kahunga, and some of the greatest bowlers of this era, then I think they actually have a chance. They have a very real chance of doing this. Or I think जो पहली वाली comment is also related to the second comment, क्योंकि that is what the World Cup is all about. It's all about pressure, right? Zahir si baat hai, agar top 4 teams are playing, right? Let's say you reach the semifinals and you know, hypothetically speaking, that top 4 teams in the world are playing. Then you know that it also comes down to how you handle pressure.
Yeah.
Right? Every team that has won the World Cup, at least in recent memory, has been able to manage pressure really well. You know, आप Australia निकाल लो, 99, 2003, 2007, you will see amazing performances that are where they were cool, calm, and collected. You take out India, 2011, you see how calm they were.
Yeah.
You know? It wasn't about only skill. Of course, there's a lot of strategy, there's a lot of skill. But I think when Babar says कि अगर अच्छी partnership लगती है तो हमारे हाथ पांव कांपना शुरू हो जाते हैं, which makes me feel like he's also looking ahead to the World Cups and saying कि bro ये नहीं चल सकता. You know, World Cup में ये प्रेशर सिचुएशंस आएंगी और अगर हर छोटी चीज के ऊपर, हर छोटी पार्टनरशिप पे चौके लगना शुरू हो गए या थिंग्स स्टार्ट गोइंग देयर वे, ये नहीं हो सकता कि रैम शॉट्स कमिंग आउट, तो ये नहीं हो सकता कि यू गिव अप. यू नो, यू रियली नीड टू बिलीव कि इवन ऑन द लास्ट बॉल ऑफ द मैच यू कैन विन इट. यू नो,
एंड आई थिंक ये क्रेडिट गोस टू द पीसीबी मार्केटिंग टीम एंड द मीडिया मैनेजर. वर्ल्ड कप के दौरान याद करो जो inside the dressing room जो आ रही होती थी videos of Babar talking to the team or the coaches talking to the team. Even recently जो Australia series हुई है उसके अंदर भी I mean, it seems a lot more positive. I think एक तो जाहिर है, we don't know पहले कैसे होते थे dressing room, but I think having an insight into that also, for a lot of young fans, I think it's a great thing because you want to get into this environment. वरना तो खबरें मतलब अभी भी मैंने YouTube खोला तो पहली वीडियो आई हुई है कि बाबर आजम शाहनवाज धानी पे बरस पड़े. तो वीडियो में क्या वो बस उससे ट्रेनिंग पे कुछ बहुत
he's talking to him during nets. That's
which
all
is
he's
yeah which is quite so yeah. I mean there's always this element के हमने you know I mean journalists
कोई सनसनी फैलानी है
तो I think ये उस लिहाज से एक अच्छी मूव है from them. But yeah, I really think I would agree with you. It's the first time the captain has once said it so confidently, and that the fans actually believe that they can. There's no, like, we can look at the team and we can very easily say कि इनमें ऐसे players हैं जो ये पूरा एक World Cup जिता सकते हैं.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that the country pretty much trusts this team more than I've seen in the past, to be honest.
For sure. और पता है वो वाला खौफ भी नहीं है कि यार ये लाइन लग जाएगी इनकी. You know, I like, and I think it translates into the fans and the viewers because हम पाकिस्तान में मैच देख रहे होते थे ना, एंजाइटी हो रही होती है, शदीद एंजाइटी होती है. अब मैच करीब भी चला जाए ना, ये खौफ नहीं होता हार जाएंगे तो हार जाएंगे, कोई बात नहीं. You know, I don't know if everyone feels that. Like for me personally, these matches have become much more exciting. Absolutely. And anxiety free. Knowing कि ठीक है अगर आज हम perform नहीं भी, आज हम जीतेंगे नहीं भी ना, we will perform to our best. Right? Absolutely. We will see a good battle. And I think कि वो जो confidence है ना, that's the battle वाली चीज. You know कि you're going to go in with that mindset and you're going in for the win.
Absolutely.
Or going in for the win, so I think we can move to England, New Zealand.
We'll move to that. Right before I actually ये एक तो जाहिर है बहुत अच्छी चीज है टीम में. I mean I completely forgot what I had to say. So but पूरन वाली हाँ, I'll actually add that before we move on to the England New Zealand match. So Nicholas Pooran, who's the captain of the West Indies, उसका भी interview हुआ post match, and you know of course he's been very disappointed, especially how his personal performance has been quite a bit down lately. Except the 4 wickets that he ended up taking. By the way, he's also like a makeshift keeper and a makeshift bowler, so I don't know what's going on. But yeah, West Indies don't have
a permanent
keeper. They don't have a permanent keeper. They don't have a good keeper, more importantly. तो ये उनके लिए भी keeper मतलब hit and miss होता है कि वो
चल गया तो
चल गया. तो I think for West Indies they उनकी तो मतलब एक बिल्कुल नई टीम आ रही है, and I think they're pretty much going through a lot of the issues our team has, perhaps worse actually, because उनके अभी recently कुछ बेहतर हुए हैं board के साथ relations. In the past they've been really bad, and मतलब वही we know what it's been like. It was just poor administration. And I mean even Nicholas Pooran, he didn't get a first class team to represent, so he in January, like a few years back, he got into this car accident, couldn't walk for like 6 months, couldn't get off bed, and
really,
yeah, it was that bad. 6 months he was on the bed, and board uske zahir hai paise de raha tha treatment ke, but after a point they stopped. Khair uski recovery ho gayi about few months after his recovery he started getting into the Trinidad and Tobago cricket board were like, we're not going to give you a first class team to work with. So, because मतलब वो issue था कि is he going to commit to the team? And you know, West Indies में again cricket administration has been quite poor, which has seen the downfall. We'll talk about that some other day as well, but more deeply. But yeah, he kind of rose through the ranks. He became a franchise player, came back into the team, became the captain. So and he, in fact, बल्कि जो 2019 का World Cup था उसने काफी अच्छी उसकी परफॉर्मेंस रही थी. उसने हमें तो सही मतलब लगाई थी, काफी मारा था हमें उस मैच में. खैर we don't talk about that. But yeah, perhaps with Babar now, I think वो जो होता था कि वेस्ट इंडीज के साथ वर्ल्ड कप में मैच में हम हार जाते थे और वैसे जीतते रहते थे सीरीज, वो भी एक थोड़ा मेरा खौफ कम हुआ है कि अगली दफा जब वर्ल्ड कप खेलेंगे तो शायद
हाँ
हम
एक
150 ऑल आउट
कॉम्प्रिहेंसिवली शायद हम जीत सकें.
हाँ, probably. So yeah, I think with that we can move to
the team
England,
that actually has now a good relationship with their board, है ना? Or not? Maybe we don't know. लेकिन
but seems like it. I mean,
हाँ, Brendan McCallum के साथ what do you think? England, of course, to summarize, as you all know, England chased down 299 in one day. एक दिन में, आखिरी दिन में टेस्ट मैच के पांचवी दिन की पिच पे, just by the way, it's not like आप सिर्फ एक वनडे खेले, it's just the fifth day wicket. At Trent Bridge they managed to win the match. Bairstow with 130 odd runs,
136,
136 of 90 something. Stokes 71, once again finishing the match, leading from the front. यार क्या ही कह सकते हैं, I mean they've done it again, right? Like वो Headingley वाली याद आ गई मुझे.
बिल्कुल. I mean it was the same shot, the same man, Ben Stokes ने, I think अगर वो finish ना होता तो I mean the match was still I would say in the balance. Test matches में तो ऐसे विकेट गिरती हैं. तो Ben Stokes की finishing touch was amazing, and I think Bairstow काफी देर बाद इतना like he's created such an impact. I remember हमारी जब 2016-18 में भी सीरीज हुई थी, he was a very threatening player in test matches at least. Whenever I used to see him come out, it used to be like, you know, he'd be a big wicket to get.
हाँ, उसके बाद वो थोड़ा
काफी उसका slump रहा. It was, you know, nothing too impactful, but I think this is going to be like a big plus for his career. But I think ये पूरा मैच बहुत जबरदस्त रहा. रूट के मतलब 3-4 रन रूट ने बनाए थे, 93 for या 94 for 4 थे. उसके बाद I kind of thought that they're in trouble here, but I think it has to do a lot with the team's mindset. Stokes has definitely brought something back.
Pressure matches में निकाल जाते हैं ये, like England New Zealand World Cup final, चाहे कुछ भी कहें, ठीक है बल्ला लग गया जो भी हुआ, right? But I mean they made it through. Headingley वाला ऑस्ट्रेलिया के खिलाफ, ठीक है लायन का 19 हो गया रन, जो भी था, and now this. Do you think there's something they're doing right in pressure situation, or is it always lady luck supporting them?
अच्छा, इस चीज का ना I think थोड़ा सा credit Morgan, बहुत ज्यादा credit I think Morgan को भी देना चाहिए actually, because I think the lowest I've seen their team was when they lost to Bangladesh in the quarterfinal of the 2015 World Cup. मतलब that was like rock bottom, right? और उसके बाद I think Morgan the way he मतलब उसने इंटरव्यूज में ये बात की है, he has a wonderful one at Oxford Union actually. अच्छा, Oxford Union पे उसको बुलाया गया था, विलियमसन को भी बुलाया गया है, and you know he said that I completely like we had to change the entire way the game was played. ODI cricket को especially England 2015 or 2019 के बीच में they completely changed the way someone like Butler coming and smashing like 50 of 100 at the end, and शुरू में Roy and
Roy और कौन था?
Hales था उससे पहले, but he was replaced by
I keep forgetting his name.
Yeah,
Butler. Josh Butler.
Butler came at the lower middle order.
Who opened with Jason Roy? Comment करें.
Comment blows, guys. We don't know everything. लेकिन again इन दोनों ने बहुत different approach ली openers से लेके like everyone till the end. They kind of shaped the way you know they were going to completely play fearless cricket. तो वो बहुत अच्छा लगा था, बहुत change team लगी, and you know वो attitude नजर आया team के अंदर. One day cricket में I would still say they even now they're pretty strong, even when Root was captain of the test team. Morgan ने I think बहुत अच्छा बना के रखा हुआ था team के.
That's true, I agree.
And you know every player had that opportunity. It seemed like the way they were playing, even if they messed up a few times, it led to them making like 450 plus scores in one day. तो इस तरह की चीजों को पहले आपको कुछ unconventionally करना पड़ता है. I think that.
What about New Zealand? Like,
well,
what, like, because there is a lot to say here, क्योंकि 553 रन 2 दिन में मार दिए उन्होंने.
हाँ.
और do you think they became complacent? Do you think के आखिरी दिन पे उनके दिमाग में वो स्टोक्स वाली, क्योंकि ये होता है लाइक हेडिंगली वाली चीज चल रही थी कि यार ये लोग तो कर जाते हैं, you know, ये निकाल जाते हैं मैचेस, डर गए थे, क्या हुआ था?
अच्छा देखो, सबसे पहले तो न्यूजीलैंड का जो फ्रंट लाइन बॉलर है, बेस्ट बॉलर था जेमिसन, ही वाज आउट बिकॉज ऑफ एन इंजरी. तो ये धचका तो उनको सबसे पहले लग गया था. इवन दो बोल्ड साउदी दोनों हैं, you know, world class bowlers, it was Jamieson who was kind of picking up the wickets for very long उनके लिए, या वो प्रेशरिटीज बहुत क्रिएट कर देता था कि ऊपर वाले बैट्समैन कम से कम वो, या जो मुश्किल बैट्समैन होते थे उनको वो थोड़ा रखता था in like control. But not having him I think was a great loss, because ये आखिरी इनिंग्स में जाके ना उनके पास कोई काम का स्पिनर था, to be honest. मैट हेनरी करा रहा था और साथ पेस कर रहा था, but I don't know, it seemed like the pitch wasn't giving them much to do.
That much,
Bolt still bowled well, he got a fifer. But yeah, the rest of the team kind of struggled to do anything. शायद जेमिसन होता तो रिजल्ट भी डिफरेंट होता, लेकिन you know, after scoring 553 on the first day, I think अपनी दूसरी इनिंग्स में आके ये जितना भी मेरे ख्याल से कह लेना कि आप कंप्लेसेंट नहीं होते, आप हो जाते हो,
और क्रम्बल कर गया ना. लाइक 299 was not the score that you put after the first innings where you scored 553. और जाहिर सी बात है अगली टीम तैयारी करके आएगी, but that doesn't mean that you let them execute their plan. And I think मुझे नहीं कहते कि टेस्ट क्रिकेट is actually a matter of small battles. You have to win those key moments. And I think जहाँ पे they slipped up was the 299. You know, I think वहाँ पर अगर they could have put more runs on the board, then the question would never have been about winning. You know, then the question, you know, it's also about tempo, right? You score 299 runs, you get out, England will come after you. But let's say you score 400 runs and it's still the last day, you will go after them, right? Because you're like, we have a chance to win. And that really changes your mindset. More than just an objective pressure, it changes your mindset, because now you are in the attacking, on the attacking side.
Bilkul. I completely agree with that. New Zealand, again, they did get complacent, and it's surprising that they did, because
they don't.
Pehla test,
they usually
don't. हार गए वो from a very commanding position. So yeah, it's getting kind of I think New Zealand need to probably like
series hai? 3 matches.
Yeah, it's 3 matches. So
they won
the series. So yeah, dead rubber hai unke paas khelne ke liye, but yeah, it's quite unfortunate New Zealand is tarah ke, plus Williamson wasn't there this match either. तो हाँ, कुछ ठीक है, आप कह सकते हो कि प्लेयर्स की इनअवेलेबिलिटी थी, बट और बहुत बड़े बड़े प्लेयर्स की इनअवेलेबिलिटी थी, बट I don't know whether the result would have changed. लेकिन ये जो the second innings इनकी थी ना, ये इन्होंने असल सारा मेरे ख्याल से यहाँ मसला पड़ा.
Yeah, I agree.
हाँ, तो yeah, that's what I would say. They didn't really have the players to overcome England's team.
True.
They were too strong.
True. आखिरी चीज पे आ जाए जो हमने बस थोड़ी सी बात करनी है.
उससे पहले I think एक दो good news भी दे देते हैं. Ukraine has been registered as an associate cricketing nation now, so they have a team जो एक आगे आने वाले tournaments में हिस्सा लेगी.
I hope they do, given the situation.
Yeah, hopefully. अच्छा है, मेरे ख्याल से क्रिकेट के लिए बहुत बेहतर है जितने एसोसिएट नेशंस आए और हिस्सा लें इस गेम के अंदर, ताकि इंडिया की मोनोपोली टूटे मेनली. बट या आई थिंक दैट वाज ग्रेट, एंड आई थिंक या दैट्स ऑल. अच्छा, एक और चीज बिफोर वी मूव टू द एंड, एक कमेंट आया था पिछली वीडियो पे, मैं उसको जरा एड्रेस करता हूँ. तुम भी बल्कि अपने ख्याल देते ना उस पे. खदीजा ने कहा था कि दानियाल रसूल का जो आर्टिकल है उसके अंदर there was like a bit of like he was writing it in a condescending way कि somehow Pakistan's batting marvels have kind of been by luck, or you know, that his tone seemed a bit kind of degrading towards the team. मैं इसका जवाब अपना opinion दे देता हूँ कि there were some statements which perhaps did come off a bit harsh. For example, the one on Fakhr, you know, he performs every 2 in 10 innings or something of that sort. I thought that was a bit unfair on Fakhr as well. He still has a 45 plus की average, and strike rate उसका देखा जाए, उसका team में role भी देखा जाए to come at the top and hit. So that's a pretty decent average. But even with that, I think he's still somewhere around the 10th ODI batsman ranking, and just the performances he's had in the past, मतलब 200 करना कोई छोटी बात नहीं होती किसी भी team के against.
Yeah.
And he's even been at the brink of a second 200 against South Africa. So मतलब we can't you know just write him off like that. His role in the team is such that they've kept him knowing his difficulty in certain situations, but we know that if he pulls it off on the day, तो वो 150 से 150-200 भी कर सकता है. तो ये मेरे ख्याल से ये comment थोड़ा harsh था. उसके अलावा मेरे ख्याल से it wasn't condescending as such, the whole tone. I thought मतलब वो शायद बहुत ज़्यादा regularly लिखते हैं, तो उसकी वजह से शायद थोड़ा maybe he wasn't able to phrase things that well.
I think the Daniel Rasool wale article mein I also found that the Fakhr wali cheez was slightly harsh. I would agree with that. Other than that, for me, it read well. But I can also see, because it was definitely a take where he was trying to, I don't know, perhaps be slightly critical in a moment where you are winning, and which is also why maybe in the flow of writing he wrote rather strongly. Ye hota hai, you know, like you also want your article to be unique, like it's also a writing thing, right? Like you want a punchline, you want something to stick, and usme for sure exaggeration hoti hai. Khasar Fakhr wali line ke on the 2 days out of 10 that he scores is harsh, given his average is 45.57 or whatever. Or boy, as Aram said, he's right up there in the ODI batsman. So I think we can cut Fakhr some slack, and we could perhaps look into better alternatives, I think.
I think let's move to the last one. We just realized हमारा mic unplugged था, and
so the Mac will do what it will do.
So
which I don't think will be that bad. Just
चलो ठीक है, बताना guys कैसी आवाज. But just to end it, I think तुम थोड़ा सा बता दो हम आगे क्या करने जा रहे हैं, ताकि लोगों को पता हो कि
okay. So over the weekend, on Saturday, Sunday, we can't really promise because it depends. लेकिन
weekend पे आ जाएगा.
हाँ, weekend पे आ जाएगा. We wanted to talk about broadcasting rights. So I think हमने अपने पहले एपिसोड में भी बात की थी कि broadcasting rights जो हैं वो
or just generally broadcasting and its effect on the game.
On the game, हाँ. तो अभी एक आर्टिकल, बल्कि अल जजीरा का था वो आर्टिकल, जिसमें बिडिंग हुई है of IPL broadcasting rights, and great conglomerates, like huge conglomerates like Disney वगैरह auctioned, and Mukesh Ambani's Reliance won naturally because he wanted India वाला scene भी है कि they want that to be maintained or whatever. But in any case, I think we're going to look at a bit of statistics, the rise in the money that has gone into it now. I think the effect of COVID, and like, is it really changing the game? And because we know that the game is affecting the broadcasting, but how is broadcasting affecting the game? I think we'll go much more in depth, especially with IPL. But also I think a comparison PSL के साथ भी किया जा सकता है, you know, कि हम किधर खड़े में और हमारा process of auctioning या bidding broadcasting rights क्या है और फिर India का क्या है, you know?
But yeah, also the rights went for $5 billion, so that's about $15 million per match for the next 5 years. Broadcasting rights है जो उनका बन रहा है. The previous 5 years up till 22 उनका जा रहा था about 8.5 million per match. And this is $1 million just, by the way.
तो
$15 million तकरीबन बना रहे हैं वो अगले 5 साल हर IPL मैच पे, जिसके साथ साथ ICC ने भी आई थिंक अनाउंस किया कि फ्यूचर टूर प्रोग्राम के तहत अब IPL के लिए 2.5 महीने की विंडो रखी जाएगी, so that all the best players in the world,
what
except
the hell?
For all the best players except for the top 2 bowlers and batsmen
and the top
bowler.
2 batsmen and the bowler. I mean,
yeah,
you know what we want to see, like, and we can end it on this. Like, my dream is now to see India or Indian players play in the PSL, and Pakistani players play in the IPL.
Absolutely. Comment below if you have any questions. Fan questions को हम वीडियो में आंसर करेंगे, so
also let us know,
comments maybe.
Also let us know if you have any suggestions. If you want us to talk about something specific, we'd love to do that.
We can do deep dive podcasts on your requests as well.
Yes.
If it's cricket related.
Yes.
Obviously. और बस देखें guys, नया सेट है, आप लोग देखते रहें तो सेट भी बेहतर होता जाएगा.
Until episode 8.
Until episode 8.
Goodbye.